Hey everyone, Mike Sager here from Anchor Software, co-founder. Very happy to be bringing you this webinar today. This topic has been one we've been working on for quite some time with Inseanq. You're going to learn in the next 20 to 30 minutes how our blended partnership will ultimately work to grow the yacht chartering market around the world. Dmitry Skripchenko, who's the co-founder of Inseanq, will take you through that after I tell a quick story on how our technology from Anchor's side has transformed some of the small to medium brokerages around the world and how they're using our tech for growth. Cool. So starting off with, the technology has really changed from Anchor's perspective in the last probably 2 years. What we bring to bear is like a plug and play or a turnkey solution for small to medium brokerages, and even some of the larger ones now, is we give them access to instant global yacht inventory. By plugging in, you get access to amazing inventory from 12-meter yachts to 100-meter yachts around the world with live availability, contract details, up-to-date information via API. Also, new leads and access to new markets. Our heritage is the Middle East. It's Asia Pacific. Those are markets which are largely untapped. You've got 3.5 billion people and the fastest growing high net worth individual market in the world. Also, the booking and contract management. And ultimately, all of this gives brokers more time doing what they love. You don't need to pay for an in-house developer because you get probably the best engineering team in yachting, I would contend, in travel in the world, which is also why we were so impressed with Inseanq, because the quality of their tech was the most impressive we'd seen alongside ours in the market. So a few things that our customers are using to really grow their businesses from the beginning, looking at CRMs, the ability for whether it's Monday.com, HubSpot, Zoho, etc., using those tools to build personalized communication, not just email-based. That has fundamentally changed. When we started 4 years ago, we saw about 60-65% of brokerages were using a CRM. That's now close to 90 to 95. Whether it's small starting out or fully embedded with marketing operations and full journey. Also, lead acquisition. This is probably the number one thing that brokerages are going through in terms of how do I grow my top of funnel? How do I renew my Rolodex of ultra high net worth and high net worth individuals? This is a huge change happening in the industry, and we're happen to be a part of it and help driving that and opening up the funnel with our sort of turnkey solution. The next one is yacht selection. How quickly can you get to the best yachts in the world? How easily can you work with those central agencies? How quickly do they respond? How do you diversify yourself to look beautiful? We are behind the rest of the world. If you look at private aviation, you look at ultra high net worth luxury sort of travel for landed accommodation, our industry has been years behind in terms of connectivity, quality of what we're delivering to your customers. We're here to help with that. Next is for booking and contract management. Unnecessarily, the industry has been quite restricted in having access to a global contract. How easily can people work together around the world? We seek to break down those barriers. We want the industry working together. Okay. In addition is world-class IT. We have an amazing engineering team, testing, GDPR compliance, making sure we have the best tech stack that's clean and secure, working with enterprise class vendors around the world. Like that is what we put hand on heart, stand by for our tech. No one can touch the quality of our code, the quality of our products. Lastly is post-booking and client management. We want to make sure that you as our customer have the ability to quickly, beautifully, easily work with your customers. That's why we also invest in a customer success team to be there when you need us. So now we're going to take you through, a couple of stories of customers that, we have hundreds of stories like this around the world. We just want to take you through 4 different regions and really how we help to bring the industry together. Andrea Gonzalez is the owner of My Caribbean Charter. She's been working for over a decade in the BVI, bringing people to the region. The boats that she manages, we got a great story from her. Hannah Bailey is one of our favorite customers here, based in Sydney. She's got 6 to 7 boats under central agency and really uses us to get access to global markets and the efficiency and the connectivity. Carol Amade is the founding partner of Boone Yachts. Been in the industry for 10 to 15 years between his business partner, and they've used again our turnkey solution to get up and running and accelerate their growth in the industry. And Debbie Wood, worked at one of the large Libras for years and is based in New Zealand. And based on that regional proximity, can find it difficult to connect with brokers around the world. Again, through us, you plug into the network, you get instant access as a seasoned veteran of being a retail broker, and you don't have to have all that upfront cost of contracting, of infrastructure, of calendars and proposals. You get that for effectively the same cost as Spotify or Netflix. So, quick story. Andrea has been around the industry in many capacities, crew, as chef, and she took that and created her brokerage based on the experiences that she has. She's based in BVI. She covers the whole of the Med and Caribbean through her network. She began using Anchor about 9 to 12 months ago. And it's changed the way that her business runs. She can use itineraries quickly. Her website API plugs our yacht database from yachts around the world. And those central agencies want to be connected to people like her. Debbie Wood, who manages her boat in Fiji, wants that listed so Andrea's customers can see that online and inquire to Debbie. She sees that tech will revolutionize yacht chartering. We're behind, our industry is catching up. Virtual tours and things like secure blockchain transactions. So we love working with people like Andrea and connecting her to people like Hannah. So Hannah her and her partner, have one of the larger central agencies here based in Sydney. She has experience from captain, from crew, and now new builds and consulting. One of their specialties is helping navigate owners through new builds. They can navigate them through the entire experience. They also manage central agency, and they look at charters around the world. They love us because all of our central agencies in Sydney, through our calendars product, get connected to a huge network of charter brokers around the world. We break down the barriers. We build the tools in the network to allow people to facilitate and work together without bias. And she really believes in allowing everyone to compete fairly and showcase their best offerings on a level playing field. Next one is Boone Yachts, one of our personal favorite customers. They offer really curated, personalized yacht experiences. Carol is a former crew member. He really understands Scandinavia, Nordics, London, and Eastern Europe. They do focus on new clients, and it's not just limited to high net worth individuals. They do the full range. Now, when they started out, they looked at the upfront cost of building a contract, getting access to a calendar, doing itineraries on their website, and having a plugged-in yacht database. Those four things, the upfront costs as an individual brokerage, are incredibly expensive. Now they plug into each one of those solutions through Anchor at a fraction of the cost. Where our e-contract was built by Stevenson Harwood, we run through DocuSign, unquestionably the best e-signature solution in the world. And all of those things allow Boone Yachts, it lowers the hurdle. It allows them to do e-contracting, allows them to connect yachts to the website. And again, even people like Debbie or Hannah in Australia and New Zealand want to get their boats and get that exposure to Carol's customer base in the UK, in Norway, in Northern Europe. So we bring people together in exactly the kind of brokers we want to work with. And again, Debbie, one of our favorites in New Zealand. She worked at Stu, and then she worked at one of the big Libras and has over 20 years experience. She's been able to grow since starting out on her own. We give her access again in New Zealand and Auckland. It's not the easiest thing to connect to the East Coast of the US and even the West Coast. So by plugging in the products, she's able to do her itineraries, do her contracting, list the yacht availability, and now has been able to grow her fleet from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 in pretty quick fashion because she has that infrastructure. She has the experience, over 20 years of working for a big brokerage, but now she can take that experience and have that backing infrastructure for a fraction of the cost. Perfect. All right, now we've taken you through 4 sort of success stories, and we believe that technology brings people together, okay? One of the things we've just released, again, to help with this, is a free fuel calculator. Many of you have seen this. We've had over 1,000 uses in just the first 24 hours, which was great. So we're glad we could facilitate it. Hop on to www.anchor.io/fuel calculator. It's free. It will always be free. And it's there to give you a tool to help you calculate things in a really, and again, it's another example of us weaving together our engineering, our design to make a simple tool for you to use. All right. Now, I'm very excited with this one. We've been waiting for a while. We've been working on it with Dimitro and his team, but Inseanq is going to benefit central agencies, and I can't wait for him to take you through it. Now, this is a quick example of how actually our first customer was able to weave together their listing, our trips product, and the offering from one of the offerings from Inseanq. What you see in front of you is a purpose-built itinerary with one of the 90-plus meter yachts and vessels in our calendar for a whole of vessel charter. But the example you see here is the cabin-based structure, availability, and booking widget embedded within an itinerary. So it takes Anchor Trips, the itinerary builder, it takes the data from our calendar and blends it via an embed section very simply and easily with Inseanq's product. This is our first example of a plug-and-play partnership. Now, one more minute from me, I'm going to hand over to Dimitro. If for everyone who's a central agent on this call, the reason we did this partnership is to benefit you and your owners. We want to help you maximize revenue, right? If you are only restricted to whole of vessel charter, but you have the opportunity to do cabin-based structure, our partnership brings that together. You get access to the entire market through both cabin-based structure and whole of vessel charter. And you can do experiences, part of the boat, whole boat. It unlocks the potential and exposes you to a wider market, and B, for those people struggling to get new people into their Rolodex, it pulls you into those people that are just getting into chartering that are growing their wealth and eventually will do that whole of vessel. So we are very excited about this. That's enough for me. I'm going to hand over to Dimitro now.
Thank you, Mike. Hello, everyone. Happy to be here. And in next 10 minutes, I'll present what Inseanq does, how we can benefit to yacht charter industry, and from our perspective, what you could expect from our platform in the nearest future, and how we see the technology in our industry develops. So Inseanq is a solution built for all aspects of modern booking management and distribution. We built it to solve all major pains of travel agents and yacht operators. There are four major parts of our system. The core of the platform is a booking management system, which helps you to manage all the things related to your pricing, to your bookings, to communication with your guests, storing data in the customer database, filling pre-arrival guest forms, etc., etc. We build it with our extensive knowledge of the most common use cases and try to use our expertise to make it intuitive. And all our customers, they say that their learning curve of our system is much, much faster compared to traditional enterprise systems built for cruise companies or for tour operators. The second pillar is e-commerce tools for central reservation agents or yacht operators. It consists of online booking engine, which shows your schedule of your trips, which deeply integrated with various digital marketing tools. We have a strong expertise in digital marketing, so that's why we tried to build the product which every digital marketing team dreams about. The third one is a comprehensive distribution system. So we have consolidated B2B hub for agents, where they can use B2B search to search trips with all the rates available for them, to see all the filters required to fulfill their requests, because I think you know that it considerably differs from B2C searches, what agents would like to see. And also a very important part that we empower agents with agent portals, e-commerce tools like API, online booking widgets for agents, and everything. Now, all parts of this solution finally helps to digitalize the industry, to significantly increase the share of online bookings, and automate most of the manual work which you spent hours before. And we started from scuba diving liveaboard industry 4 years ago. It was a great opportunity because the COVID started and all operations were on pause. And for our first customers, it was a chance for easily to switch to a different system. So currently, the annual amount of transactions for scuba diving industry on our platform is around $100 million. So it's about 20% of all gross booking value in our industry. And I would like to share what changed as we offered the solution to scuba diving liveaboards. For customers who decided to switch, it was accessible digital transformation compared to costly and quite difficult to learn tour operator system or cruise systems. Some of our customers, they struggled with building their own systems, and then they realized that they're good with cruise operations, but not as a IT company. And recently, we analyzed the numbers behind the story of our customers. And it's interesting that we see for the 3 consecutive years that the share of true online bookings, so which like made on the website, paid on the website immediately, growing every year 2 times. So this is like a trend which everyone who keeping in mind their efficiency should consider that, especially during the COVID times when the older and richer people get used to using online tools to purchase. They starting booking online their trips. And if you don't, if you're not providing it and the customer looking for, it means that online travel agencies will take this share of the audience. And the next one, it's interesting that among our top 10 customers for the last 2 years, despite of the fact that 2022 was extremely successful year, because after COVID, everyone all people start travel. Almost 32% average revenue growth among our top 10 customers from 2022 to 2024. And it's not because they added a new boss to their inventory. It's mostly because the booking process becomes much more easier to agents, and that's why they prefer to book online in our consolidated agent pool instead of browsing hundreds of the websites for the looking for the information. Also with the online bookings, with expanded connectivity, because currently on our platform, 1,800 agents registered, and it means that any new yacht operator who joins the platform, they could build their network much easier and much faster. So you don't need to attend travel shows to find new partners. You could do it as easily as you find new contacts on LinkedIn or Facebook. So you could find an agent, send them request to connect, and as you connected and you sign the contract and you're ready to go. And also, what was a game changer for travel agents? Before, when your agency is located somewhere in United States and you sell to people from United States, and you want to sell them a diving trip to Indonesia, sometimes you might need to wait for 1 day or 2 days while you get an answer to your questions. And imagine that if you have a thread of 20 plus emails when you agreeing on all the details with the supplier as an agent, how much might it take time for your customer until you finally confirm all the details of the trip? With the real-time availability and all content in one place and unified in the structure, agent might sell being on the phone or in one email with the customer. And the speed is the crucial factor for your conversion rate. So with the speed, more deals finally to agents and more business to yacht operators. So these were like the main factors which changed the landscape in liveaboard industry. It becomes faster and becomes more efficient. For instance, one of our customers, they had before COVID a team of 16 people who were responsible for sales and reservation, and now they have 4 people and plus almost 30% in their revenue. This is, I think, a great example. And moving further, like what we could bring with our experience of scuba diving liveaboards with our journey when we are expanding to wider market of cruises. So I would say that our product is ideal for companies who have schedule of their trips. So it might be cabin charters, it might be small cruise ships, it might be activity-based cruises like surf trips, scuba diving trips, kite surfing, fishing, etc. And also for companies who would like to get more margins with cabin charters instead of full charters, but they don't know how to start. For instance, now we are onboarding one of the companies. They have cruise charters on catamarans, and they want to for higher season try to sell by cabins, not by full charters. With our agents network and with our support and with our blueprints how to shift from full charter to cabin charters, we are starting this journey with them, and hopefully soon I could share how it worked, how the company, not from scuba diving but from yacht charters, shifted from full charters to cabin charters. And I see that it's quite similar what how it was going with scuba diving liveaboards and how it goes with the yacht charters, with the data exchange, with the details accessible you online. And I understand where the whole travel industry goes. So with our pricing engine, with our online booking tools, with everything in one place and distribution platform and communication with agents, we feel that we might empower you with a new level of tools to be much more efficient and to start selling travel products instead of renting boats. And also, I would like to share where are we going. I see that this is one of the trends for the global experiences, not only for yachts, not only for the hotels. Our next big moves is provide a multi-language interface and translation of all the content of our customers to provide access to local market, such as Chinese market, Japan, Latin America, and others. Because if you service customers for whom English is not a first language, it might be a challenge right now to find the content, to provide this content to agents, and we will automate it. We already have a significant share of travel agents who focus in scuba diving from China. We interviewed them, and also we localizing experiences not only with multi-language but with adaptations. Let's say if in some regions email is not a common way of communication and they mostly use messengers, it means that our notification system will work not only with email but also with messengers. And the next one, everyone like should include something about AI in the presentation. So we also edit it, and because like we see the same happens right now in hotel industry and at apartments like Airbnb, that I think you know that in 80% of time you answer the same questions to your customers. Uh, it takes your time, and also it takes the time of your customers. So one of our next big moves is a knowledge base, and this knowledge base connected to AI to provide information and to answer with the help of AI to most of the questions from your customers. This is our plans for 2025. And one of our biggest plans is to expand and provide our platform to small cruise companies, to cabin charters, to central agents who sell cabin charters or small cruises. And like we are happy to get your feedback. We are on early stage of our journey to this market, so happy to see your input and your feedback.
Perfect. Just quickly rounding it up, we will be at the Cannes Yachting Festival, Monaco, and also the new Croatia Yacht Show coming up October 1st to 3rd. Keep an eye out. Ourselves and Inseanq plus some other announcements will be coming just after this set of shows, which we'll be sharing with you. But I think, as you can suspect, we will be working much more closely with Inseanq going into the future. Now, we're going to move forward to a Q&A. So thank you for your time. Any of you that have questions now, we're going to pop into that we can answer. Beautiful. So thank you so much, Dimitra.
Thank you, Mike.